Hey, it's Pike. Welcome back to Monster Hunter Rise. Today we're hunting a Goss Harag? Harag? Whatever that would be.
I have no clue. Wait, what was this? Hold on, there was like a pose there that was really funny to me. What was it? No, that was it. That's the one. Sorry, for a second I thought I was doing the weird pose where you know the one. Okay. The poses are so weird. Like, I mean, I kind of get it, but I kind of liked it in World where you, like, did an animation to get to the pose, and then, like, had, like, slightly a bit of, like, an idle animation. Okay. Sorry, the expression on your character's face is absolutely sending me right now. Hold on. Wait, no, you gotta do that, but over me. Wait, hold on, we gotta get to a better spot to, like, get lighting. Okay, stand here. I wish you could just cycle through them, like, yeah, there we go. Get the fucking dog into the ball. Whatever, that's a screenshot. That's a thumbnail.
Yeah, dog ass.
If you angle it properly, then it just kind of looks like we're doing a cool pose.
Yeah, like off to our right.
Okay, cool. I hope you got what you needed because I am leaving. Also, I gave up. I turned the music off again. I'll turn it back on when we get to, like, a boss. Like a cool monster that's definitely going to have its own theme.
Wait. Let me just actually plug in there, right? I just didn't need to do that. Quest abandoned. Okay.
Everything alright?
Yeah, I accidentally abandoned the quest. Let me.
Oh, can you get back in? Or do you want me to
I should
restart?
be able to. Yeah, I'm departing.
Do they? I haven't actually been paying attention. Do the quests cost money to attempt now? I don't think they do.
No clue.
They used to have, like, a fee that you had to have. It didn't, like, cost you money to do the quest, I don't think. I think you just had to have it was like a down payment. You just had to have, like a couple hundred zenny, and then, they would give you that money back when you completed the quest. It was interesting, but also it was kind of weird sometimes when you just wanted to do a quest, and the guild marm was like, "You don't meet the requirements for this quest." And I was like, "What requirements do I not meet?" And it turns out that I was fucking broke. She's like, "You're too poor." What the fuck? Hold on. Did you see that? You gotta take that fucking great wire bug.
No, I have to plant my own, it looks like.
Up.
There we go. I'm going. Whoa.
Oh. That was some Mario Galaxy ass, like, launch star bullshit. Oh my god, it's this guy. Holy fuck. I'm hearing a lot of clanks on my shot, which means that I hit him in the face. And it sure did clank, or maybe I just misread what was in my area. This is a cool one. Like, not like an actual, like, fight sense, although I think that the fight is fun. I just like the design of his face. I think it's, like, a cool... Like, I'd wear this as, like, a cosmetic. Also,
Whoa!
Just try and slam his ass on me. Missed me. That was really funny. I was prone to do my snipe shot, and he just shot the goddamn snowball directly over me. That ice thing that he makes is breakable. Like, you can break it, and then you, like, fumbles around for a bit, I guess, or does less damage. Ooh. I don't want to play. I don't want it. In this episode of World Bitches about Modern Monster Hunter, I say Modern Monster Hunter like 4 isn't also Modern Monster Hunter. Like, it was the beginning of the normification. But, okay, here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about skills. And I want to talk about how many you can have in this game. In Rise and, to a lesser extent, World. World, not World. Explain to me why I can have like 15 different skills. Because that seems like kind of a lot. Like, I was looking at some like builds for like, you know, weapons on, I don't remember the name of the site, but you know the one. You search for like the weapon and then it shows up, #1 thing. And their like skill list is like a half a mile long. And so I just wanted to say that I'm not a fan of that. And I know they tried to fix it in Wilds, but I don't like the way that they did it. I haven't played Wilds. Shut up. I'm not going to, but I don't like the idea of only being able to use offensive skills on my weapons. It seems really limiting for no reason. Now, maybe I need to educate myself harder, which is probably true, but also, that's how it appears to me. And if that's how it appears to potential, you know, buyers, I don't know. It might bulk like I am. And my, okay, this was just one giant segue into why would they wanted to get rid of skill bloat. Why didn't they just go back to the system that they've used for since the goddamn PS1 or PS2? You know, since Monster Hunter 1. You know the one where skills have positive and negative point, and when you get to 10 points in a skill, it activates.
Oh man, I got wobble comboed with that.
How am I using Pure? I don't want Pure. Anyway, because, like, you know, there was no skill bloat. You could fit 4, maybe 5 skills if you were lucky. And I kind of like that they had negative trade-offs. Like, you could have nothing but positive skills, but sometimes if you wanted to fit, like, an additional skill on, you had to maybe take, like, I don't know, a stamina down or something. I don't know, it's just, I'm not a game designer. I just think it's interesting that they had a system that prevented skill bloat, and then they got rid of that, and then realized they didn't like the resulting, you know, skill bloat, and then they just didn't revert it. They just tried to course correct their course correction. Once again, I absolutely have no, you know, I haven't played Wilds. It just seems the skill bloat did go down. I did look at, like, you know, the quote-unquote meta builds. Skill bloat down successfully, but build diversity also down, from my understanding. I don't know. Someone who plays Wilds, tell me. Find one of my videos and comment on it. Can you imagine how scuffed that would be?
Opening up a Deep Rock Galactic video talking about Monster Hunter Wilds.
You see my there's a deep dive video. It's like 6x2 deep dive with Olaf Forkbeard. Yeah, comment about Monster Hunter on that one. That'd be funny. In fact, I don't even know if does that like violate any of YouTube's terms of service.
I doubt it.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. The porn bots get away with it. Actually, the porn bots, aren't they like programmed, or like, you know, their AI just tells them to say something vague about the video? Like, you know, like the editing or something, and then check my channel, and then you go to the channel, and it's just porn. I don't know, maybe I'm making myself sound like, I don't know, like a super tryhard. Or like a, I don't even know what the term would be. I feel like the term would be old head, but that's not quite right, because that's kind of like a, maybe, I don't know. Doesn't seem like a derogatory enough term for what I'm being right now. I'm being the equivalent of a Deep Rock Galactic tryhard, but Monster Hunter. Am I being an elitist? Is that what that is? I don't know. Oh, look, there's that guy. That's cool. But my question is, do you like what they've done in Wilds? If you played it, tell me. And Pike, also give me your opinion.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much. But it doesn't seem... I'd like that it's more like World, but...
I mean, once again,
I haven't seen too much.
There was the button that makes you automatically turn around and aim at the monster. So I will not be playing Wilds, but if I did, there would be other reasons that I also would not want to play it. But I hear Gun Lance mains are eating good, so I'm happy for those guys. But also, the wound system, I don't know. I feel like welcome back Clutch Claw. It never left.
Excuse me.
I don't know, I hear a lot about just endlessly staggering monsters, and we know how I feel about endlessly staggering monsters.
It's targeting you.
I mean, it is funny to watch the monster just, like, get bonked on the head by a hammer 15 million times and then the mission is over, but also... You're telling me to take this game seriously when the final boss is writhing on the ground for 3 minutes. And that's the entire fight? I understand that that's at a very high level. But at the same time, you know, you can do it. I don't know, maybe I'll watch... Comparing Dark Souls and Monster Hunter seems, like, unfair. But at the same time, I'm just curious, in, like, a referential sense. Do people do the same thing to Dark Souls bosses? Can you do the same thing to Dark Souls bosses? I don't think you can, because they just keep attacking.
Well, people
like,
can...
there is no knockdown state.
People doing, like, one-shot builds on Dark Souls bosses, like...
That's cool, I think, sort of. Because it at least requires, like, a lot of setup. In my experience with the, like, one Wilds speedrun I watched, they just threw a flash bomb every time the monster got back up. Like,
close
okay,
to that would be like fighting bosses outside of the arena. Like that's that's like cheese equivalency or something.
There was stylish bombing in 4. I heard the term, and from what I understand it's like a cool thing that Sword and Shield users can do with, you know, bombs and traps, where you basically just kind of, instead of dancing with the monster, you just dance by yourself on top of some bombs, and the monster just, like, dies. It was really funny to watch, but also setting it up was, like, interesting as well, because they had to put the trap down, and then they had to put the bombs, and a specific order, I guess? I'm not sure. It was interesting to watch, was my opinion. It was still kind of lame, but at least I imagine that it took a lot more inputs than beat on monster while it's writhing on the ground and then throw a flash bomb. In this case, it was beat on monster while it's writhing on the ground, then set up a trap and a couple bombs, and then detonate a Felvine bomb, and then, like, I don't know, question mark, do like a sword twirl profit. It was cool. But also, you know, I'm not, again, I like I don't even know if they call it TA anymore, because I can't fucking find any anywhere. TA being time attack, which was like, you know, it's kind of like a glitchless speedrun rule set, sort of, where you just play it normally, but in this case, you know, you don't use any traps, you don't use any bombs, you don't use anything that's not your weapon, basically. But I haven't seen any of those for Wilds, and I did go look. I typed in TA speedrun Monster Hunter Wilds into the search bar, and maybe YouTube's algorithm is working against me, but couldn't find any. Maybe they're all in Japanese and I can't read Japanese. That could be it. And I don't know, maybe in my case, I just don't understand what's going on. Like, from a less experienced standpoint, it doesn't look that impressive, but if you knew exactly what was going on, it would be very impressive. You know, because that same thing kind of occurs in I don't know, I'm going to reference Deep Rock because that's actually something that I'm good at. The solos, I don't know, they do look kind of lame, honestly. Like, it's cool to see all the bugs, but you're not really seeing, you know, you just see the person fight the bugs. You don't see the swarm timers counting down in their head. You don't see the juggling the resupplies, when to take, when not to take, and when to try and get an opportunity to take. So maybe it's like that. Maybe I just don't, I don't have enough game knowledge to understand. But at the same time, I would say it's equally valid that from my perspective, it just kind of looks lame as hell. No, get me out of the way. Okay, I like that this guy has just not died yet.
Yeah, I was worried because he kept
cool.
on running so much that we were just gonna absolutely body
I think
him.
he might actually make it back to his base, and we could actually attack a sleeping monster for once. Because we were complaining about the shortcuts in the first ones, and they've been slightly longer since then, which I appreciate. And I get that since this was on the Switch, which, you know, is a mobile entry, you know, they wanted quick fights, you know, pick up and play type thing, which was the same in 4. But in 4, the monster would just straight up leave, and you could not keep up with them. I think yeah, the Palamute. See, he's trying to get away. We can just, wow, he's super sick. Okay, there he goes.
Yeah, there was a monster earlier that was limping, like in one of the earlier episodes that I recorded. Whenever I'd hit it, when it was limping, it would like speed up a bunch whenever that was happening.
Oh, I see.
But it wasn't doing that with the...
And he just this one was limping, and he just kind of ran a small distance away and then started fighting again. I don't know, maybe I was too close. This doesn't really look like the area where he would next. Maybe he's just low health, but not low enough to actually want to sleep. I would say that I really do enjoy, like, setting up an elaborate, like, punish for a sleeping monster.
Yeah, it is fun throwing out some bombs.
Yeah, that's fun. I think that's fun, but I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with the way that the camera just, like, abruptly cuts to the monster when it dies. Like, it's been like that, but I don't know. I just feel like rather than, like, it being some epic finish, I just kind of kept shooting. Oh, wow. He had me pinned. That's cool. I haven't seen that yet, I don't think. Maybe there was one monster that did it. That was interesting. I like that. I'll have to find out. I don't know if this will be as prevalent as it was for me when I was in 4, but what I'm getting at is, do dung bombs work to get a monster off of you when you're pinned? Because I deadass did not know that until I got killed by Devil Joe in like 15 times in a row by him just like standing on top of me. Someone was like, use the dung bombs. And I was like, oh, that would make sense, wouldn't it? I was wondering why they were provided in the quest start chest.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, see, that didn't feel... I don't know. Maybe, I guess I am using the, like, Pierce heavy bowgun, which is, like, the most, like, you know, low damage ticks over and over again.
I shall put this to good use.
He just didn't really give any inclination that he was any closer to death than he was when he ran away, I don't know, like 2 minutes ago. Something feels off, I can't articulate. That's a cool face, though. Open menu? No. I am enjoying myself, though. I mean, it's Monster Hunter. You can't really go wrong when fighting big monsters. Like, the difference between whether it's fun and whether it's challenging are two completely separate things. For most people, at least. My enjoyment of a lot of things is directly tied to the challenge, but that's just my own mental illness. Dead serious, by the way. Wait, someone wanted to talk... Oh, it was him. He wanted to talk to me. The notification didn't go away until I was done. Alright, I'll cue this up for the next episode. Like, during the next episode. No spoilers.
What can I do you for? So, what can I help you with?
Okay, the speedy bargain does give me more items. It multiplies the number of that I receive, not the number that's displayed.
Well, that's going to be it for this episode, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.